Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Free Hammers. Not happy today, not happy at all. There's a song by Real to Real. That's the only thing that can make me laugh. It's called Back to Life, Back to Reality, and I'll tell you what, that was a back to reality performance today. When I see Liverpool's lineup, there was no Mane, Phillips and Henderson at the back. Um, I thought, you know what, I had a nervy confidence that we might be able to do something today. You know, you're not going to get a much weaker in terms of players on the pitch, Liverpool, than we did today. You know, no Van Dijk, no Gomez, no Matip, no Mane, and then you know we didn't show no balls. There was no belief that It's back to that thing of believing that you deserve to be there. You know, like we showed too much respect. We let them have the ball a bit too much. We didn't get into them enough. Um, when we did have possession, we was too rushed with it. It was pretty obvious what we were trying to do. The ball over the top to Antonio. Um, a big chance did come, didn't put it away, and then you know when we did finally get our corner in the first half, we played it short. The short corners don't work. We are so good at putting the corner in first time, as shown later in the game. I don't know why we insisted on trying to be over clever. Like, just do what we're good at. But as I say, that there was no quality there. At half time, I was happy that it was 0-0. But you know, I thought, come on, there's got to be a bit more in there. There's got to be a bit more in the second half. You know, the pundits were saying it, Colton Cole and Jamie Redknapp saying, you know, a bit more from West Ham in the second half, and you never know. Second half started. Obviously, Salah well, just before the Salah goal, we had our chance, didn't we? A massive chance, and Antonio, you know, didn't put it in, and then it shows the difference in quality, you know, because then a few minutes later, Salah was there and put, you know, you put him on that left foot, it's a wand, you know, and there it was into the top corner, and from that point, I thought we might come out of our shell. We didn't, and a few minutes later, we was 2-0 down, you know, and don't know, it was a fantastic goal, wasn't it? Thiago found Shaqiri, and then Shaqiri found Salah. We put it in, and it can only be described as a worldie. You know, it was a fantastic goal, 2-0 up, game over at that point. There was no way we was coming back from 2-0 down against Liverpool, and we didn't really look like scoring. It just wasn't that. I don't know. I can't describe what it was. It just wasn't there. There wasn't enough grit today. Just a little bit like getting in their face and believing and forcing ourselves on the opposition. It was so frustrating. And then the third goal came from Gigi Wijnaldum. At that point, I wasn't really watching. I'll be honest, guys. I was texting at that point, texting Paul from the channel, and on Twitter, putting some tweets out. I totally just lost interest at that point. And then we did get a goal back for 3-1. Craig Dawson, nice to see him score. But where did it come from? A corner going straight in. None of these short corners, it was from a corner that went straight in. And it just shows, a couple of times when we had those corners, if they would have went straight in, maybe would have been a bit more of a threat. There was that free kick early on, wasn't it, in the first half that Phillips headed away, But again, it did cause a bit of havoc because it went in first time. I'm not going to sit here and be too negative, guys. Listen, we've come off the back of one of the best runs we've had in a long time. I still fully expect David Moyes to win Manager of the Month, because it has been a fantastic month. But you have got to give a few question marks to him today. We praise him when it's good, we go at him when it's bad. I just don't know, not enough today. There really wasn't. And the noble substitution again. The game's over, but then put on Meepo, put on Adebeko, let him have a go. Like, what can we lose at that point? It was always going to be the same result. There wasn't going to be much difference. Yarmolenko's just too slow, doesn't offer enough. Listen, we're still fifth, and this season we probably will finish between 10th and 6th. I reckon that's anywhere between 6th and 10th. I think we'll finish. It's a massive reality check today. Listen, we're not there. We're not there. We shouldn't be in the top 4, but we need. When we have got the opportunity to do it, you've got to believe. When you play these big teams, you play them big games. You've got to believe it and you know, truly think you deserve to be there. We go on now to the Aston Villa game, and hopefully, you know, I don't want us to lose 2 games in a row. Hopefully we can bounce back and get a win against them. They're a bit wobbly at the minute, but still a big game. You know, just try and keep that gap between them. Otherwise, if they win, they'll be starting to close that gap on us, and then we start dropping down a few places. And we don't want to drop down too many places. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of today's game. Come on, you irons. Keep believing if you can after today. Let's go.